great intro. That's just one of the good classic intros. Hi guys, I'm Brickroad. Welcome back to Let's Play Link to the Past. This is my Patreon launch Let's Play, and I want to talk about that a little bit more just right now. To kind of put people's fears at ease. Fears at ease? Was that phrased correctly? I don't even know. I want to talk a little bit about what I'm not going to do with the Patreon, because some of the big suggestions, this is not a decision I entered into very lately. I talked to a lot of people, viewers, people who aren't viewers but who are good friends of mine and who have my best interests at heart, friends and family members who think it's kind of weird that I want to do anything with playing Nintendo games on YouTube at all, because that doesn't sound like fun to them. But it's something that I've gone over and over in my head a long time. I have long conversations with my wife about it, especially. She's like she's one of the big reasons I want to do this. But old man, I need to take him home, right? Yes. One of the big suggestions, because Patreon lets you set up rewards for people who donate to the cause, and that's one of the things that I want to do, is I want to make sure that people who are my patrons get rewarded for their generosity. That's something that is very important to me. But one of the big suggestions was, what you can do is make a series that's like for patrons only. Like, only patrons will be able to see this series. And I know a lot of content creators, a lot of streamers and Let's Players go that route with their Patreons, but I am not a big fan of it. I would rather not do that if possible. So, if you're not in a position to give anything, or if you just don't want to, either way, it's fine with me. You're never going to miss out on any of my content. I'm not going to gate any of it behind a paywall. That's never, ever, ever going to happen. If you are subscribed to me on YouTube, you're going to see 100% of my Let's Play content. And anything else that I put up on YouTube, you're going to get to see it. You're always going to be able to join in my Twitch streams and chat with people there. You're always going to have the same level of access to me that you've always had. I want that to change, no matter what happens, or what you're able to give or not able to give, because personally, if I was able to be a patron of absolutely everybody on the internet that I think deserves it, I wouldn't have any money ever. It's very hard for me even just to scrounge up enough money just to subscribe to people on Twitch that I really like. If I subscribe just on Twitch to all the people that streams that I watch a lot, I would be broke. It would be $1,000 a month, easily. It's not doable. So I understand that. I understand if, I'm only your 50th favorite YouTube person and you just don't have anything else in your pocket. So I don't want you to ever miss out on any videos ever. So that was an idea that was pitched to me a couple times by a couple people. So just make a Patreon-only stream or something like that. And it's just not, I'm not going to do it. It's not going to happen. One of my... Oh, that guy was chasing me. One of my reward goals is, if you're a very generous patron, is you can pick a game and I will Let's Play it on YouTube for you. Whatever game you want, as long as I can reasonably record it, which is most games, actually. Ooh, that's the fairy that I wanted. Pretty much any game that I have access to, or that you're able to loan me or whatever, gift to me on Steam, anything you want, I guarantee I'll either finish it or I'll give you 20 videos of content, whichever comes first. That's the standing rule. If that happens, then because my recording schedule is so weird, because I don't record and upload at the same time, I always record way in advance, and I try to keep like a one-a-day schedule, I almost always upload my LPs a month or two at least after they've been recorded. Some of these are very, very old. My god, some of those Parasite Eve videos, those were like 6 months old by the time I finally got around to uploading that series. If that happens with a Patrons series, what I would do is, as soon as their entire series is recorded, I would upload all of it as unlisted videos and let them alone see it, just so they get what they paid for, and they can share it with whoever they want. But then those videos would eventually hit my regular update schedule. So the only content you'll ever miss out on if you decide to not be my patron is that very specific happenstance. You won't get to see a patron's choice Let's Play as soon as the person who paid for it sees it, which I think is totally fair. And that's more just, I don't want to be in a position where somebody pays to have a Let's Play done and then they have to wait 7 months to see the videos. That doesn't sound right to me. So we're not going to be doing that. But that's it. Other than that, all the other content, I'm not going to ever put it behind a paywall. I don't like that idea. I don't think it's a good use of Patreon, especially not with what I do with video game content. I think it's great that so many people make a living doing this on the internet now. I would like to make this my career as well. That would be extremely good for me, and it would be even better for my wife. Like, she would just be beside herself if I could finally, considering that I already spend 8 hours a day working on Twitch streams and YouTube content and whatever, if I could actually get paid for doing all that, she'd be like, what? But I love that people are able to make a living doing this. But I don't think that it's a very good medium for you subscribe to my channel and watch my content, or you don't get to see my content. I don't really think Let's Plays are that level of content creation, you know what I mean? I want this key. So nothing behind a paywall ever. That's basically all you need to know, because I know a lot of people who watch Let's Plays don't agree that people should be able to make money playing video games on the internet, for whatever reason. Like, I'm not gonna judge people whose opinion happens to fall in that group. I was in that group for a long time, actually. That was my opinion for a very, very long time on the internet. Let's Playing is such a different beast than it was when I started doing this. You guys have to remember, I've been doing this since 2007 or 2008. Like, I was doing this before most people who were doing it, and I've been doing it consistently that whole time. Mostly consistently. Okay, I've taken the odd 4 or 6 month break here and there. But why did I fall down that hole? I didn't want to fall down that hole. I also don't want to go up that way yet, do I? I don't have the big key. Let's go get the big key. We got to get some stuffs happening here. Map. Map. I used to have a personal rule. Any game that I Let's Played had to be at least 1 year old. I hated the idea of buying a brand new game and then immediately putting it on the internet for everybody to see. Like, it really didn't sit well with me. So there was a couple of games that I did. Mega Man 10, Journey, and there's one other one that I'm not remembering at the moment. Was it Halo 4? Maybe it was Halo 4. But I bought the game, I recorded it as soon as it came out, or close by. Can I bounce off my shields? Nope, they don't. And then just actually let the video sit on the hard drive, because I had a personal rule of 1 year. And that's when I would do the Let's Play, because it didn't feel right to me. It didn't feel right to put that content on the internet right away. I have softened on that quite a bit. It wasn't until I started streaming on Twitch that I softened on that quite a bit. Because I began to realize that so many of these game companies like having that content out there. It helps them sell their product. Makes more sense to me now. But it just shows how much that this hobby has evolved over time, and now it's not even a hobby for most people. A lot of people do this seriously. It's how they make a living. That's why I launched this Patreon in part. So I'm in a much different place with these Let's Plays than I was, and the cool thing, I think, is that even though... I need to light these up, don't I? I do. Even though I'm in a much different place with it, even though I take a much different approach to it, and like what is and isn't off limits, there are much more set in stone rules about what is and isn't allowed, what is and isn't acceptable in content creation, in this gameplay content creation. None of that has softened my desire to do it. Like, none of it has made me want to not do it. I want to do this even more now than I ever did. And even if I am never able to do it as my actual job, I'll still do it as into the foreseeable future as a hobby. I don't ever see myself reaching a point where I won't want to do Let's Play content for you guys. It's too much fun. It has enriched my life way too much. I have the big key now, going through this door. Blah, blah, blah. I need a compass still. Compass needs to happen. Hearts need to happen too, actually. I can't boomerang you guys, can I? No. Doesn't work. Just slide on through here. But I do know there are still people out there who don't think it's appropriate to monetize Let's Play content. I know a lot of people, actually, I caught some flack when I first monetized my YouTube channel. When I first put ads on the YouTube channel, I got some nasty comments from people who didn't like it. No, I'm not going to watch your videos anymore. And I understand it. I do. I really do. I totally understand the mindset. I really can't judge people like that, but I know that those people are going to be worried. You know, I'm never, ever going to give money to a Let's Player, but I still want to watch the content. I think that's perfectly fine. I think you should still be allowed to. That's why I'm never going to put any of this stuff behind a paywall. I just wanted to make that perfectly clear. What else did I want to talk about before getting back to the Zelda? I think that was it. Is this the compass? That's the compass. So we need to go up top now so I can get the Moon Pearl. And I need to fall down into the fairy room just to get it on my map. Because this dungeon's almost over too. This was a pretty short dungeon too. All of the Light World dungeons are so short. I need to go... Yep, no, right here. We've already got the correct star plates in place. All the way down. All the way down. And that does fill up my map, doesn't it? We are good. And I had 2 fairies already in bottles, so we are done now. I don't like not being in the center of the screen. That was really crazy. I need to hit this. Then fall down this. And this gives me the Moon Pearl. What? One thing that Link to the Past does that previous Zelda games didn't, and some later Zelda games didn't, is it keeps track of your XY position on a map when you transition between floors. Like if you fall... Let me just kind of demonstrate here. Oh, I gotta hit the star plate first. Let me kill these guys and I'll finish my thought. Because I kind of want to illustrate my thought here. But monsters... God! Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Oh my god. How many hit points do you have? All of them? All the hit points? Okay, he's not going to die, clearly. But if I was going to jump down this hole, if I fall down the center here, and if I fall one tile to the right here, that actually influences where I fall onto the floor below. Which can be especially irritating in the Moon Pearl area, falling down in front of the big treasure box, because if you fall in the wrong spot, you'll actually land on the star tiles, which will trigger, and then you won't be able to grab the Moon Pearl. You have to climb back up the stairs and get it. Let's see if I can get this guy without falling. Let's see if I can get it first try. Lots of worms in this game. Lots of worms. Oh god, I didn't get it my first try. I need to go down. What I need to do is go down the stairs here, or drop down the hole here, hit a crystal switch, and open up those jars. That's what I need to do. There is no crystal switch here. Crystal switch is even further down. Wow. No, don't. Oh. That was just depressing. That was just depressing. I'm sorry. Sorry you guys had to see that. Oh god, I've got to go downstairs, hit the switch, and then come back up. Fair enough. I get it. Fair enough. So it's a Zelda game. Fairy. There's fairies in this game. Run, 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 run. Up. Oh, good. Thank goodness. Thank goodness we made that. Life was almost disastrous. I want the yellow pegs down. Orange pegs. Whatever. I don't know what color you guys are seeing on the screen here. I don't know. Maybe I'm colorblind. Hooah! Eat that. Excellent. So yellow pegs down. When I get to the top floor, then I'll have access to all my pots. They've all got hearts in them. And unfortunately, this is the last time in the game where we will hear that awesome dungeon music that I love so much. Every other dungeon in this game has terrible music. Not terrible, but just kind of boring and obnoxious. Tepid, as it were. I gotta hit the star there. I gotta hit the star switch. You've gotta go away, you There we go. It's gonna be a beeping run. It's gonna be one of these beepy Let's Plays, guys. Sorry. Whew, good thing I got fairies. That's all I got to say.